One of the great and yet sometimes worst things about old analog synths is their lack of precision in terms of tuning and their ability to drift very slightly. Now when this drift is subtle, it can add a very organic feel to a sound, but obviously the operative word here is subtle, because when it's too much, it is a pain in the arse. With Odyssey 2, there is a way of incorporating subtle drift on an otherwise fairly static sound via the extra LFOs. So here's our static sound that uses all three oscillators. We're going to start by adding some pitch modulation to the sub-oscillator coarse tune. So we click on that slider, we go up to the X-LFO, and we apply a very, very small amount of amplitude. And you can see here that it's 0.40, which is very subtle. Now we select a time or rate. The default 2 beats is too long, so we're going to bring that down to something like half a beat. That's a little bit better, but just out of interest, let's apply a square wave. But we're still going to apply a degree of smooth, and this rounds off the edges of the square waves. Okay, that's enough for the sub-oscillator. Let's go to VCO1, coarse tune again. Let's take a triangle wave and apply a degree of amplitude exactly as before. Moving the mouse from left to right for fine adjustments, let's make this 0.83, so it's just slightly more than the sub-oscillator. Make the LFO rate quicker than the default of 2 beats. Again, let's do half a beat. And finally here, let's make the triangle wave more shallow by smoothing it by, let's say, around 11%. So there's more movement in this sound already, but we're going to go one stage further. So click on VCO2 coarse tune, then select a sine wave. Again, using horizontal mouse movements, let's apply a small amount of amplitude. Now let's not do the half beat rate that we've done in the sub and VCO1. Instead, let's choose something different, like 5/7 of a beat. Now what we're going to do is detune VCO2 with the fine tune slider. Let's make this something like -11. And with VCO1's fine tune slider, let's tune this up slightly to say 14 or 15. We make sure the sub is still at 0 because that gives us our constant. And here's our sound with the pitches of all three oscillators intermodulating nicely.